This is a land of dreams and madness. Children's stories come to life.
Hello there. Welcome to Tales from Peridia. I used to say the episode numbers, but I've done so many of these that I've kind of lost count at this point. If you guys didn't see the video I did with this awesome dude on the screen right now, StarWarsGazer, did a little interview with him the other day. So, of course, we're returning the favor, and we got to interview this great fucking guy. Woo. So, before we get into the normal questions that we normally do, where can we find you? Tell us a little bit about you. Like your little, little intro to Star Wars and all that good jazz.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So obviously, like you've been Star Wars lover since I was. I mean, I can't even remember. I was so little that it's just I can never remember a time where there's not been Star Wars, right? And so it's kind of interesting. I over the last probably 2 months ago now. Just decided hey, why not make a Star Wars YouTube channel, man? Let's do this. I love Star Wars. I love talking about anything Star Wars. So let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, my YouTube channel is StarWarsGazer. My Instagram handle is at StarWars_Gazer. So if you guys want to hit me up there, I do also have a podcast called PodGazer. So we'll be releasing a new episode on Friday. So
lots of fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Not gonna lie, your podcast was really fucking fun.
Appreciate it. I like to try and ask some questions that maybe other people don't. Maybe think a little bit outside the box.
Yeah, man.
I think it brings fun discussion.
I'm looking forward to seeing your episode Friday.
Oh, it's gonna be good. For those that don't know, I didn't get my sneak peek on Instagram. I was able to interview the good old. So that's coming out on Friday. It was a lot of fun, dude. It was so much fun.
And if you guys want to know who the hell he interviewed and who he just said, I'm gonna mute the damn video because this is coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna mute the video so they have to go to your page to find out who you're interviewing.
I like it. I like that.
We've got to deceive everybody. I tried to do Palpatine and started going into some weird ass Russian accent. I'm not gonna try that.
I've tried a few times too. I cannot get him down, other than his do it. That's about it,
Do it.
Yeah. Good, Anakin. Good.
Oh, that I could somewhat do. Good, Anakin. Good. Fucking Watto is probably the best impression that I can do. And if you want to see that, that's going to be on the membership page when we finally hit that. So
yes,
let's get the membership tab.
Let's do this.
Oh, we got a long way to go on Tales from Peridia from that.
Oh, I do too. Don't worry. I'm right there with you. We're in the same boat over here, rowing together.
Well, see, here's you. You're just going along nice and easy. And then here's me. I got the one stupid little oar, and I'm just going around in circles because I don't know how to operate a canoe.
I'm sitting there yelling, paddle on the other side, and then you start going in the other circle,
Oh my God.
It's working. It's working. Oh crap.
Oh my God. That's how I felt when I first started doing the Star Wars YouTube, and all of a sudden, within 6 months, I had double the amount of subscribers I had on my first page that I tried for 6 years with.
That's funny. Oh man, that cracks me up. I love laughing.
Well, you technically answered one of the first questions that I had, which was what got you into Star Wars. And like you said, you just can't remember a time where there wasn't Star Wars in your life.
Yeah. And the first movie, and I said this in one of my videos too, the first movie I've ever got to see, besides, obviously the original trilogy growing up, but my first movie in theaters ever was The Phantom Menace in 1999. I was 5. And
Bro.
so I got to see that in theaters, and like especially when like Darth Maul lit his double-bladed saber, I was like, "Oh, dude." You know, like, and then my parents for that Christmas that year got us like you remember those retractable lightsabers? They had like
Yes.
dun, 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 like that. I had Obi-Wan's and Qui-Gon's from The Phantom Menace. And then when that Attack of the Clones came out, they got me like it came out and but it lit up and it had the noise with it. It was Anakin's episode 2, dude. Those are my
Bro,
favorite toys. I don't think I ever played with anything else.
what's funny is when I was at Ocala Comic Con, there was somebody selling that exact episode 2
Dang.
lightsaber.
It brought back so many memories. It was funny because when I did my video on it, I was talking about it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go look up a picture for this, add it to my video. And I'm sitting there looking at it, going, wow. That brings back so many memories.
Yeah, man.
Good
Like
times.
I wish I had some of my old telescoping lightsabers to compare them with, like, you know, the NeoPixels and shit like that. But
Yeah. And I wish I
little
would have
kid.
kept them in the box partly because I bet those things are worth something now.
Yeah, probably. But then again, you go to look up anything about them online, and like you go to buy one, and they're all heavily used.
They're beat to crap. I mean, because they're used like kids like me, right? I just like, yeah, Star Wars, you know.
Bro, I
Like,
used to run around beating this shit out of trees, my bike,
yep,
my parents' car. That's
yep.
probably why I don't have those anymore.
You're not wrong. Tried to slice up my sister a few times, not gonna lie. You know.
Yeah, my favorite one that I ever had, which is absolutely hilarious because now that I own Luke's lightsaber as an actual thin neck, I'm not a very big fan of thin necks, but growing up, the 2005 electronic, like, it only collapsed like 3/4 of the way. The Obi-Wan Kenobi light up electronic lightsaber.
Okay.
Bro, that thing never ever left my fucking side.
Took it to school. You know, it's like the scenes where it's like he's walking to school with it, and then it changes scene, and he's in bed with it, and then it changes scene, he's eating breakfast with it. You
Bro,
know,
that's
like
legit how it was. I would ride to school with it lit up, just in the back of my grandma's van, just playing with it. I'd turn it off, take the batteries out, collapse it, put it in my backpack for after school.
That's hilarious. During class, he's like, if the teacher's not looking, he's like reaching inside his backpack, like,
Oh, dude. It got to the point where they had me putting my damn backpack either behind the teacher's desk or they would take it and put it in the office.
That's hilarious. You were like, but it's a weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
You can't take that.
I just accused my teachers of not being cool and just not understanding Star Wars. Meanwhile, at least 95% of my teachers growing up were my age at that time. I was like fucking 5, 6 years old. They were definitely around that age when Star Wars first came out, so they definitely saw it.
Yep. And it's funny, man. Like my wife, like, you know, I got Luke's saber hilt sitting here like you do, you know, like I started collecting the real thing, and my wife's like, why are you collecting those? I'm like, you don't understand. All right. You know, it's like those bumper stickers that say it's a Jeep thing you wouldn't understand. It's a Star Wars thing you wouldn't understand, you know, like,
Bruh, ever since I was 4 years old, I've always just wanted a real lifesaver.
right?
Lightsaber.
I know. Same. Lifesavers are good though too, so let's not discount those.
Okay, so I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but for a solid like 8, 9 years, whenever Kenobi would yell at Anakin for losing his lightsaber, I thought he was saying it was his lifesaver for, like I said, 8 or 9 years. And then I heard it one day and I was, motherfucker, I've been saying lifesaver this entire time.
Well, theirs makes more sense. Oh man.
See, I guess it did just make sense because this weapon is your life.
Right. Therefore, it's a life saver. Don't use the words if you don't mean it, man.
You know, before the Clone Wars, what the hell were they actually needing lightsabers for?
That's a good question. I don't know.
'Cause, I mean,
Chopping
not
off
even the
random
young
bounty
Jedi.
hunter sticks or hands. You know, chopping off random bounty hunters' hands. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a reason why they have different eras of the Star Wars universe, and I should probably check them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would like to eventually go back to like the High Republic way back when and like the birth of the lightsaber and stuff like that. Like I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, see, I've been wanting to get into the High Republic for the longest time, and I was really hoping that the Acolyte was going to be like, hey, go check this shit out.
Yeah.
And after seeing it, I kind of just don't even want to touch the High Republic because, I mean,
Yeah.
the Acolyte was towards the end of it, so I don't know
Yeah.
if I really want to even go. Like, maybe I'll check out like the Legends High Republic if that's even a fucking thing. I have no idea. There's so many fucking
Yeah.
books
I
nowadays.
there's gotta be some Legends High Republic, you'd think. Like oh, there he goes. He's bringing out the Bat computer.
Let's see what
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I would think I think there'd be something maybe, or even like a comic, even if it's not a book, maybe like a comic or something.
Yeah, it said it. Well, before I even clicked off the thing, I got a little glimpse at it. It was kind of nothing really. It just kind of gave me a little information about the High Republic, like, oh, this is the golden era, and then it listed Darth Plagueis as a book that took place during it. And I'm like, is that really the High Republic era? I don't
That
know
ain't
about
no
all
High
that.
Republic area.
I
Oh
mean, like
no.
maybe the beginning, like when he's with Tenebris and shit, but definitely not when he's with Palpatine towards the end.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely not at the end. I mean, it really depends. I mean, Plagueis is really old. So I mean, maybe when he was born at the tail end of the High Republic, like I don't know. That'd be interesting. Gotta do
Yeah.
some research now.
Fucking rabbit holes, man. There's always rabbit holes in Star
I
Wars.
love it though. I would not want to go down any other rabbit hole than a Star Wars rabbit hole. It's like a
Bro, I go down
squirrel.
so many different rabbit holes, like not just Star Wars. Like it's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Like earlier, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I ended up on like some. I have no idea. I've never heard of it. The Shroud of Turan or whatever it is.
Okay.
And I don't know. I ended up scrolling through a bunch of different websites and documentaries about the shit for like 2 hours.
That's
I'm like, bro, what?
hilarious. And then like you look at your phone, and you're like, where'd those 2 hours go? What?
Bro, that is exactly how my day goes every fucking time. I'll look something up, and then next thing I know, like 2 hours have gone by. I'm like, there ain't no way I literally have been in the same spot for 2 hours reading up on like Iceland or some shit.
I just sent my wife a funny Instagram video the other day. It was like when you hop in bed and you're scrolling on your phone for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes later it's 2 a.m. and it's that monkey, and he's like, "Oh no, oh no!" I was like,
Bro, that
"That's
was me
me.
last night.
That is 100% me." Oh
Oh
no.
my god. Yeah, that'll definitely be me. There's nights that I'll be like my off nights, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed at a normal time, like a normal fucking person. And then I'll lay down or like I'll sit in my recliner and be like, no, I'm playing a game on my phone real quick. That real quick turns into, hey, my dad's getting up for work and he gets up for work at like 4, 5 a.m. I'm like, Oh.
Yeah, I can't do the all night thing anymore. I used to be able to, my buddy and I used to be stay up all night, but like usually I'm an old man. I'm turning into an old man. I always said I would never turn into my dad, but I'm turning into my dad. And I can stay up till about midnight, maybe 1, and then after that I'm like, all right, I need a bed. Trying to make my way upstairs. I look like a drunk.
Oh my god, that sounds like me when I first started working on overnights. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I got this.
I can do this. Oh man. You need like you ever see the old animation Meet the Robinsons?
Yes.
That lady, each patch represents 12 cups of coffee. You can stay awake for days with no side effects. That's what you need right there is like a patch, a coffee cup patch to keep you up. Just I'm getting tired.
That's the problem. Coffee makes me sleepy.
Really? It has the opposite effect on you. That's no
Yeah,
bueno.
bro. Anything with caffeine that'll put me to sleep, and it's such a catch-22 because my best friend introduced me to Juneberry Red Bulls, and bro, if you have never tried that shit, it is like nectar from Padme's fucking teeth. I don't know. Okay.
I'm a big original Red Bull guy. So
See, I've never had the original Red Bull.
really? Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've always gone for the flavors. So far, I only like 2 of them: the blueberry one and the Juneberry one.
Interesting. Interesting. See, I'm the opposite way. Like most stuff that's flavored, I feel like the artificial flavor is too much sometimes.
Yeah. So I can definitely see that with a lot of drinks nowadays because there's even with certain just dark colored sodas. Oh, why's it gotta be dark colored sodas? Because it fucking is.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'll be drinking them this shit. Like if I get a cherry Coke, oh, it's over with, dude. That shit is. It's like I can taste the fucking powder that they use to flavor the shit.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be able to do I used to love vanilla Coke. I can't do vanilla Coke anymore unless it's mixed with, some Jim Beam or something. But other than that, I can't do regular vanilla Coke anymore.
Nah, dude. I used to be able to do cherry vanilla Coke, the orange vanilla Coke. When they had that orange vanilla Coke, bro, I drank
That was good.
So
it tasted like a creamsicle.
Yes.
It was so good.
Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna ask you a Star Wars question before we ramble on more about
Sorry.
this.
Yep. Another one of those squirrel rabbit holes,
Hey, you are officially a part of the Tales from Peridia family now because we do this literally every fucking episode. We start
I love it.
Star Wars, and the next thing you know, we're talking about whatever the hell comes to our mind.
Hey, you know what? We got to keep tradition alive.
Who is your favorite character in all of Star Wars? Legends, Disney canon, George Lucas, video games, books.
Wow. That's a lot to think about. So I kind of split my 2 favorite characters between 2 people. And one of them you're getting ready to talk about on your one of your casts coming up. I've always been a big Obi-Wan fan. And I know he's not necessarily the most skilled Jedi to ever exist. I just like the fact that he especially once you know his story, he's gone through a lot. He has lost a lot. He's lost his brother Anakin. He lost Satine. He lost just all his master Qui-Gon. He's lost so much.
Entire the entire Jedi Order.
Yeah, and he still didn't turn. There's just something inside of him that's still no, I need to do what's right. You know?
And that's why I think he stinks, and I don't like him because I would love to see Darkside Kenobi.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see a quick Darkside Kenobi. That'd be kind of cool.
Just imagine when he faces Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace after Qui-Gon dies. Imagine that times like 5,000.
Yeah. Well, I'm even thinking like right now, like remember when he's being held up by Count Dooku and he's like in that like I don't know, he's like in that standing thing and he's being turned in a circle and Dooku's trying to talk to him and like what if he would have turned? What if he would have been like, yeah, I see your point. Let's do this. That would have been kind of cool to see. We need a spin-off now.
Yeah, Dave, John, Sam, one of y'all over at Lucasfilm, I'm gonna need that on my desk Monday morning.
Yeah, right. Here's just a quick 2-episode thing. Let's just see where this goes.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that would take off with the fandom.
Right. But I think overall, my favorite, like overall character is Boba Fett. I'm a big Boba Fett guy.
Interest. I think you are the first person to say Boba Fett.
Yeah, and not the Disney show Boba Fett. I'm talking like Legends, Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. the guy that will kill you if you look at him wrong. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's no
Yeah.
good to be dead.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. I love it. Yep.
Bro was just in it for the damn money.
He was. I love in Empire when Vader looks at him and goes, "No disintegrations." You're like, there's a story there, you know? Like,
I mean, I think Disney's already like debunked this, but do you think that Boba Fett was the one to actually disintegrate Beru and Owen?
I personally think that yes, because I don't think the stormtroopers like they didn't usually do that, right? Like they were really clumsy in the way they did things, right? It was just like a shooting them execution style and leaving them.
Yeah, because that's they kind of contradict themselves from the start with stormtroopers because you got Kenobi saying only Imperial stormtroopers could be so precise, but then you're telling me they completely miss the 7-foot tall fucking Wookiee.
Right.
And not one of those thousands of guys got Luke, Leia, or Han. Like, really?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I think it'd be cool if that was what Vader was referring to, right? Like he wanted to talk because I mean, obviously he knows who they are, right? But he wanted to talk to them, like, especially, yeah, I don't know. It'd be, I mean, but at the same time, right? He doesn't learn that Luke's necessarily his alive or his son until next movie.
Actually,
so
we've got canon source material right here.
Oh, I like this. This dude comes prepared.
The ending page is actually Boba Fett telling Darth Vader about Luke Skywalker being his fucking son.
Interesting. So he learns it from Boba.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the thing.
That's interesting. I wonder does it say where Boba learned it from?
He says, where is it? He caught up with the boy he wants to report. I lost him. That is most disappointing. He got lucky. Did you bring anything of value, bounty hunter? Not much, just his name, Skywalker. And then it shows Vader looking back at having flashbacks of Padme and
telling him she's pregnant. Yeah.
Yep. And then he says Skywalker and just shatters the fucking Star Destroyer's window and
realize that the Emperor lied to him this entire time, right? Like,
yep. I need to get the rest of this fucking comic series, dude. This shit's fucking great.
Yeah, dude. I'm a big Boba Fett guy. I've had this like I was on a vacation and I saw like one of those like smelly things you hang from your mirror. And it was a Boba Fett. Yeah. It was a Boba Fett. And I've had 3 vehicles since then, and I have kept that Boba Fett. It has made the transition to every single vehicle. I use different scents for my vehicles now, but I keep the Boba Fett. It's hanging from my mirror no matter where I go. And then my
Oh.
buddy, he made me. He's got a 3D printer, and he made me like a. It was supposed to be Mandalorian, but I'm like, nope, I'm painting it like Boba Fett. I
Yeah,
took
man.
I took some of my miniature paint, and I was like, you know what, this is Boba Fett, baby.
Bro, let me see that one more time. That is really fucking cool, dude.
Yeah,
That is
3D.
really good.
So I keep that on my desk in front of me. Yeah, I'm a big Boba Fett guy.
Yeah, I only have one Boba Fett.
That's awesome. Anytime though I hear the word Boba Fett, it makes me think of that Family Guy song with him and Quagmire.
the credit card debt song.
I'm $15,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay back yet. Tomorrow I might buy myself this dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
Oh my dude, that's how I feel every time I get my bank statements, and I just see like this amount of money for Theory Sabers, Nerd Armor, the fucking Saber Theory. I'm like, how am I not in debt yet?
Oh man,
Wait,
I know,
I
right?
take cold hard cash for this shit.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. It's to pay cash for it all.
Yeah, that's also the problem, because then you just see like the money get taken out, and you're like, oh, I'm broke.
Yeah.
And I don't even have the lightsaber to play with yet. I gotta wait for this shit.
Looks like it's PB&J's and ramen for me this week.
It looks like I'm stealing some food from work for me this week.
I'm just testing out a new product.
Saber, I can't afford ramen.
You know it's bad when you can't afford ramen anymore.
Hey man, I got my priorities right. I need a lightsaber.
Yep, the lightsaber is the most important thing.
It's like that video. It's like that video that I always see. What grown ass man needs 4 fucking lightsabers? Ma'am, I'm looking at fucking 6 over here. So
I love that. I like the one where the guy's like dressed up like Luke's friend in the trench run, you know, with the mustache.
Yeah.
He's got like the helmet on and everything, and he's like sitting there and he's like, okay, good. I thought you were gonna say, you know, like so, and you can see like all the Star Wars crap behind him. It's so hilarious, man. He's just like, oh, good.
Dude, my buddy Jesse sent me this video one time. And it was this guy interviewing this girl. He said, what's a hobby that makes a guy immediately uninteresting and unattractive? And he said, probably if he's into Pokemon. And then it cuts to somebody dressed as Luke Skywalker's like, oh, thank God. I thought you were about to say Star Wars.
I love that. I also love the videos my wife shows me, and she's like, always date and marry a nerd, because there ain't no way they're ever leaving you, as they're peering the camera into the room, and right, and he's got like all the Star Wars stuff and laid out everywhere, and he's playing with his little minis, and he's like, I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, that's definitely me. Like, like this little lady friend that I'm talking to lately, I sent her a video of all the Star Wars shit that I got. She sent me a video back and goes, well, at least I know if we get together, you're never gonna leave me, are you? I was like, no. She said,
no shot.
You're gonna be out sneaking off on me. I said, no, because I'm gonna be right here in my room watching Star Wars, playing with my toys.
Yep. He's gonna be in his room like,
bro, I legitimately, every time I watch one of the fucking movies, I watch it with a lightsaber ignited the entire time.
I love it. See, that's what I want to do next. Like next time they come out with like a movie or something, I want to take my entire saber like with me to the theater and just sit there like a dork and just hold my lightsaber.
I mean, dude, like I even went as far as to like organize my toys like I kind of got it. I really don't know how to fucking explain it, but I'll show a fucking picture of like everything, and like I got it set up. Like I got like the clones and Jango Fett on one side, and then it kind of leads into like a mixture of like I got a Soul Black Series figure. I like Soul. I don't want to hear shit from nobody. I fucking still hate the Acolyte. But I got him and Ezra kind of next to each other, just kind of like bleeding in like different eras. And then next to that, I've got the progression of like Kid Anakin from Attack of the Clones, Ahsoka,
That's
Darth
cool.
Vader, and then Luke from my Vintage Series collection. And then I've got Darth Vader doing his iconic.
Yep. I love it.
Behind them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still working on my collection. You know, I got that helmet behind me from Mr. Star Wars Sith, and then I just got some pictures and stuff. I got one that hangs up.
Hey, you steal my fucking light? What the fuck?
Apparently, we shop at the same place. And then this bad boy. This is one of my favorites that I have, like a 3D, like
that's so nice.
Yeah, I love the way he's holding the lightsaber on that one, dude. Not gonna lie, for those of you who want like Star Wars art and stuff, don't sleep on Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby's got everything, man. It's crazy.
I was literally about to fucking talk about this damn. I was at Hobby Lobby getting sorry.
No, you're good.
Getting paint pens for when I went to go to Ocala to get an autograph from Shin.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking at their Star Wars art, and then they had one that was kind of like how the light side is right there, and then I walked by it, and it fucking panned into the dark side. And
I just saw that one last week. I know.
Bro, I wanted to buy it so bad, but I didn't have enough money for it.
I know, I did too. I was I was in there with my wife, and I saw it, and I grabbed it, and I like took it down, and I looked at the price, and I'm like, I might be able to get out of here. And then she looks at me, I look at her, and she's like, I'm like, okay.
Oh, but yeah, dude, that piece will definitely make a fine addition to my collection.
Right? Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can put it up like a little kid seeing that shit.
Oh man, they do have a good collection though of Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah, easily. All right, what is your favorite Star Wars movie and/or TV show?
And/or TV show. My favorite movie is The Empire Strikes Back. I just love the class. I was actually watching clips of it today with the kids. Of just like Darth Vader and his, I don't know, pray I don't alter it any further, you know, like I don't know. There's just something about like I love the vengeance that he exacts on people, you know, like when he's as clumsy as he is stupid, and then turns around and like starts choking him out, and he's like, you failed me for the last time, Admiral. Like, and then you have this guy who's like watching this. He's like, Captain, you're in command now, Admiral Piet. And you're like, thanks. You know, like, I didn't really want the promotion, but okay. But no, Empire, man, like I don't know, just the nostalgia of it, I think. So, and right behind that, it'd probably be 1A, 1B would be Empire and then Revenge. Like,
yes.
1A, 1B for me.
See, I'm like Jeremy in my last video. Revenge is always going to be like top tier, number one movie. Fucking, I don't fuck with that shit. Like you ask me to rank all 12 fucking movies, I'm ranking 11 because I'm not even going to touch Revenge of the Sith.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Empire is easily like my second runner-up.
Yeah, they're just so classic and iconic, man. Irvin Kershner did such a good job.
And it's so funny because when I was little, I absolutely hated Yoda so much because it's like, why can't you just come out and say, "Hey, I'm Yoda, motherfucker. Let's go train." And now I find myself dying every time.
Yeah. I love his little fight with yes, his little fight with R2D2 where he's like, mine. And he's like whacking R2D2 with his stick. And then like R2D2 brings his arm back in and he like shuts the door, like oh, I laughed so hard.
God. Yo, I'm sorry. Duel of the Fates, fucking Battle of the Heroes. That is the best fucking fight in all of Star Wars right there. Yoda versus R2.
Yep. It is.
It's the only time that it's somebody who's the same height as Yoda.
Screw the other fights. That's the fight I want to see.
I mean, he's just so hilarious now. Like before, I used to. I mean, like obviously, I'm a big guy, so when I was a kid, like it would bother me, like when Yoda would take his food because I was one of the fat kids that was like, "Don't touch my fucking food, bro! Don't touch my shit."
I'll be honest, I'm still that way.
Yeah. I'm glad I kind of really don't have anybody to share food or anything with because I'm like,
yet
touch my shit, bro.
Yet.
But now when I see Yoda just like taking Luke's sausages or whatever, it's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah. You see Yoda, you see like a funny parody. Yoda starts taking his food. Luke looks down at his lightsaber, looks back at Yoda, looks down at his lightsaber. Next thing you see is just don't touch my food, bro.
Bro, you seen the video where it's Yoda escaping through the tunnel after he loses his fight with Sidious?
Yeah.
And Bail Organa shows up and he jumps and Bail, they edited the video to where Bail moves the speeder just ever so slightly and fucking Yoda hits it and falls.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny. Some people are so creative.
Bro, I don't know how the hell they do shit like that. That's insane.
Yeah. I will say, kind of going with your last question about like favorite character too. I think a character that I've been enjoying more and more that's kind of slept on, and honestly, it's because like not only did I watch the Clone Wars, but my daughter loves this character is Ahsoka. I really like Ahsoka. I don't know.
I was actually talking with Darth Christensen today, and we were talking about how like Ahsoka is pretty much Anakin if he never turned.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, but I kind of agree with Troy Bond because I saw a video where he's talking about how she's more like Qui-Gon. How they both are like, I'm gonna follow the will of the Force. Like this is just the path that I gotta take. Wherever it leads me, this is where it leads me.
I mean, I think it's a both and. I think she's a good mix of both.
Yeah. I mean, without that training from the Jedi, she wouldn't have survived Order 66.
No. No. Literally, the minute that Order 66 happened, like you can see, like she recalled everything Anakin taught her.
Yes. And oh my God. I just like to stop and think about like how proud Qui-Gon would be like of Ahsoka and Anakin in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah. Like you just see Qui-Gon in the way back over there.
Dude.
Just smiling.
Dude. Oh my God. That would have fucking. I already love the ending of just seeing Anakin's Force ghost being like at peace and smiling. But if I would have seen like Kenobi and Qui-Gon in the background as well, bro, I probably would have lost it.
Yeah. I would have gotten teary-eyed for sure.
Dude, I got teary-eyed at the end of episode 4, the entirety of episode 5, and that last episode.
Dude, I was squealing like a little girl down here when at the end of episode 4 when you just hear snips, and I was like, no flipping way. I was down here like,
and then it just cuts to black. You're like, I gotta fucking wait? Really? Bro, I was so excited, but then I was so pissed off that I had to wait
a whole week.
Oh my God.
That was so good. Like that's probably like the in my mind, as I'm thinking about it, like that's probably the last thing that Disney spit out Star Wars wise that was like fire.
Oh yeah,
You
easily.
know,
Yeah, it's a bit disheartening.
it is. It is.
'Cause
I'm interested to see. I downloaded. I got that. I'm gonna do a reaction to that Patterson cut of Obi
yeah, I
Wan.
need to download those.
I'm because does he have a Patterson cut for the Obi Wan and Ahsoka?
He's got one for Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, and Kenobi, as far as I know.
I need to download the other two. I didn't realize that. I hope for Book of okay, being Boba's my favorite. I hope he did him so much better. Not this Pamsy like let's hold hands and be friends. Like that is not Boba Fett.
God dang, got something in my fucking eye. There we go.
Woo.
Okay.
That's never fun. My little guy had something in his eye tonight, and he was freaking the freak out. And I ended up getting him like a super cold wash. I'm like, just hold it on your face, buddy. And he did. And he's sitting there rubbing his eye. I was like, is that better? He's like, yeah, that's so much better.
Yeah, I was helping my dad put up like walls of sheet metal around our deck for whenever like wind
Oh,
doesn't so the wind don't fucking kick our ass during the fucking winter.
yep.
And pretty sure I just got a bunch of dirt or dust or whatever from because we just keep it kind of stored like off to the side.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure it's just what it is.
That's a bummer. Still not fun though.
All right, so I got a couple. Last two are non-Star Wars questions.
All right.
What is your favorite non-Star Wars hobby?
Non-Star Wars hobby. Um, Other than Star Wars, I am a massive, massive Batman fan.
What is with the hype with all this Batman stuff, bro?
I read all the comics, like the whole nine yards. Like I just actually the my artist guy, he's also a big Batman fan too. He and I read comic books and stuff, and um yeah,
Yeah,
Batman is my other hobby. I'm a big Batman guy.
see, I like the old, like the 1989 Batman, the George Clooney Batmans, despite how bad and atrocious.
Besides the nipples on the suit, yeah.
I like all the old Batman movies, and I've read a couple of like graphic novels of Batman, and those are really good.
Yeah.
But just the newer, I mean, I haven't seen like Robert Pattinson's Batman, but like
Hmm.
Christian Bale's Batman, the Nolan trilogy, bro, I ended up turning off the Dark Knight like a third of the way into the movie because I was just so
Really?
bored. I
Interesting.
enjoyed Batman training as a ninja more than I enjoyed him as Batman.
Interesting. I've never heard that take before. That's interesting. See,
I
for
don't
me,
know if
like
I just don't like Christopher Nolan or if I just don't like
maybe.
the real world like realism aspect in what should be a comic book movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I mean, there's two schools of thought in that, right? Like there is the we want it to be like a real world aspect, right? Because we want it to make it feel like this could actually happen in our
Yeah.
world, you know? But at the same time, there is a comic book aspect where it's like, yeah, nobody's doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody in the real world is gonna attempt that. So I don't know. Like I out of all three of those Christian Bale movies, The Dark Knight, I think, and most people will agree, was by far the best with Heath Ledger as the Joker. That dude did a phenomenal job.
Oh,
Um,
dude, yeah. I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. Obviously, I mean, they all killed it in like, what I've seen of the movies. You
yeah,
know.
yep. So, but I kind of have a hot take as far as my favorite Batman, and I'm so far not a lot of people have agreed with me, but my my favorite Batman is actually Ben Affleck.
Really?
Hmm. And overall, and the reason being is if you look at Batman in the comic books, he's supposed to be a tall, broad-shouldered Batman Bruce Wayne. He's supposed to tower over people. That's just, I mean, that's what makes it part of what makes him scary. He's not only is he can move in the shadows, but he's this behemoth of a human, you know. and
Yeah.
like he can bench lift 1,000 pounds. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be this gigantic dude, not a thin Christian Bale, not a thin Robert Pattinson. Like he's not supposed to be. So I just felt like Ben Affleck overall did like as portraying the Bruce Wayne Batman and the size of
Yeah.
Batman did the best. I like Robert Pattinson's new one because he tinkers on his own stuff. You know what I mean? He makes his own Batmobile. He makes his own suits. He makes all that stuff he
Yeah.
makes himself. And I thought that's really a cool aspect that a lot of people don't explore.
See, I think I'll like the newer one just for those aspects alone.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I'm sorry, the Batmobile in the Nolan trilogy, really? That's
Right.
what you're driving?
Right. Like you can tell in the newest one with Robert Pattinson, like he built that thing himself from like an old muscle car.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? Like,
Like an old Mustang or Camaro or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
I think
So
after this, I might go watch that movie.
you
'Cause
should.
I've
I
never
love
seen
that scene. You've never seen it?
No.
Dude, you need to go watch it. It's actually really good. So like I played like the Batman Arkham games. And
Dude, I love those fucking
okay,
games.
if you love those games, then this movie is for you because I mean Robert Pattinson's Batman is okay. It's not the greatest, but the way that they built the world of the city of Gotham, it feels like an Arkham game. And it draws you in. It's like gritty and dirty right from the beginning. And it's like it's really good.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
go take a look. And the plot's really good. They did a really good job with it.
Isn't it the Riddler or something?
It is, and they did a really
Oh,
good job.
shit.
The guy that played the Riddler, you'll recognize him. He did a lot of studying up on the Zodiac killer and
Ooh.
base his Riddler off of a lot of like the Zodiac killer stuff. It's
Dude.
cool. Not that the Zodiac
Okay, so
killer's
it
cool,
sounded
but
like this Batman movie is for me because I love the aspects of Batman building and tinkering with his own shit,
yep,
and I love true crime serial killer shit. So,
yep, yep. And it's cool because this Batman, like, yeah, Batman beats up on people and stuff. I mean, it's Batman, but this movie focuses a lot more on the side of his detective skills. He's only a few years into being Batman, and it focuses in on him learning his detective skills. And he makes some really good calls, and then he misses some stuff as the movie goes on. It's really cool.
I love that
Yeah.
because isn't Batman? I mean, I know more about Marvel. Marvel has always been like my cup of tea, like
Right.
Spider-Man, all that good shit.
Yep.
All that, all that good shit. I can see to list one fucking Marvel character, but, but DC just never really appealed to me. But now, might have to check some of this shit out.
Yeah. And one thing I'm excited about, like DC, I feel like DC has been in the bottom of the barrel for getting their crap together. One
Oh,
thing I'm excited about is that James Gunn is heading up DC now.
I wish they would have kept Henry Cavill because as much as I say that I don't watch DC, I watched Man of Steel when it first came out.
It was good.
I loved that movie.
Yep.
And I want to see another two. Give me a full fucking trilogy.
Yeah.
Please.
He is
From somebody who doesn't even like Superman at all.
Yeah. I don't like Superman at all, but he portrays, like, in my opinion, he's the best portrayal of Superman. Like, he just, like, I don't know. He just did such a good job with it. I love it.
People, even like the dude I went to go see it with when it first came out, he was bitching and moaning because, well, that's not how Superman is. Superman wouldn't do this. Like, he was bitching about the bar scene where the dude pours the beer on him and fucking he's like, okay, and then he walks away and then destroys the dude's fucking semi rig. I mean, personally, I haven't read any Superman comics or anything. I'm a little familiar with like the animated universe from DC, like the old school, like the old animated ones.
Yep.
But if I was an alien that had the strength to just like a simple flick could knock somebody's head off, who's gonna go and fuck their car up
Right.
instead of catching that murder charge?
Right. Yep. And then the beautiful thing is like they know who did it, but it's like what are you gonna say something to him? You know what I mean? If he's able to mess up your car that bad, what is he gonna do to you if you try to rat him out? You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
the thing with me, if that happened to me, I'd be like, well, I know who did it, but is the insurance company gonna believe me? Is the police going to believe me? And like you said, what the fuck is he gonna do to me?
that's so funny. Yeah. So dude, you should go watch that Batman movie. I think you'd like it.
I need to.
Yeah. So it was really good. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to show you this too. So my buddy that 3D printed that Boba Fett helmet for me
Yeah,
also 3D printed this can holder for me. I'm gonna bring it up here.
bro.
Isn't that sweet?
My buddy has a 3D printer, and when I was like 14, I gave him a little bit of money, and I was just like, "Hey, bro, just 3D print me anything Darth Vader." I wish I still had this shit. I probably still do at my grandma's, but it's been forever. This man gave me a fucking 12-inch 3D printed Lego Darth Vader.
Dude, you need to go find this stuff and put it up.
Yeah, dude, I need to find it. I want to. Oh no, I remember what happened to it. I I was fucking. I was rearranging my desk, and I knocked it over, and the bitch just shattered into like a million pieces.
No.
Oh
Brutal.
yeah, because like the legs they snapped, but the studs were still there. And when I tried to put it all back together, it wouldn't go back because I had so much
No.
glue, and I tried to clean it out, and it just wasn't working.
Brutal, dude.
Yeah, and then one of the
Oh,
actual studs like actually snapped off. Eh, was come to think of it, they
dude.
probably shouldn't have done that considering it was pretty thick. But then
Right.
again, when like 3D printers were not as good as they are now.
Right. Yeah.
Like nowadays, I'm seeing people fully print three clone trooper helmets off of like a $180 fucking printer, and I'm like, my buddy could barely print that damn
Yeah.
Lego piece
I actually have
at a $600 one.
I have another buddy who is also an artist, digital artist stuff, and he's been one working on my podcast stuff. He did that. He's got a 3D printer and he printed his own clone trooper helmet and he's painting it and everything right now. I'm like, dude, that's dope. I need a 3D printer apparently.
Dude, yeah, I need a 3D printer because there's just one. I saw oh fuck, I think his name online is like Millennium Workshop. I found out about him through Tony. He 3D printed Chimere's saber, and I guess he actually like fully converted it into like a NeoPixel.
Dude,
Like it fully lights up and everything.
that's cool. All
Yo,
right. 3D printer. Here we go.
and the like one of my buddies, I'll actually go ahead and pull up his page. The Canadian Jedi on Instagram.
Canadian Jedi. Let me go look real quick. Pull him up here.
He 3D printed this Mandalorian armor, and it's like a Scottish Celtic take on
Dude,
it.
that's cool.
Yeah, man. And then he's got the hell did he make? I guess he just had filament scraps So he made a couple Bobas or Mandos, Darth Vaders, and Mythosaurs.
Oh, bro. That's cool. See, I love that stuff.
Yeah, like that's the beginning of his armor.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the full take.
Dude, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to pull up the Chimere thing too. I swear I'd seen it. Oh well, I'll send you the clip after when I find it. But what is your favorite non-Star Wars movie or show?
Non-Star Wars movie or show? I mean,
Already
besides
said
Batman. Yeah, I'll try to answer besides Batman.
If you want to say Batman, you can say Batman. There's no
I mean,
rules here.
yeah. I mean, Batman for me, like I said it on my channel. I'm a nerd through and through, and I am a nerd through and through. If it ain't Star Wars, it's Batman. Like, like that's just the way I roll. I mean,
Hey man, you like what you like, and you stick to it. I like it.
yeah. I mean, right above me, I got a big old like Batman art up here from Hobby Lobby of all places that I hang up here too. Like this is just my little nerd corner here. So
I'm seeing a guitar in the background there. What kind of guitar is that?
that is actually my grandpa passed away. He played guitar, and that is my grandpa's 1950 Gibson. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I play that every once in a while. Like when I get together with my buddies at a bonfire, I'll take that with me and I'll play that around the bonfire and
You play Wonderwall around the bonfire?
no. I don't think I've ever played Wonderwall on that thing. But dude, it's a gorgeous guitar. I love it.
Yeah,
And like I
man.
said, it's my grandpa's. And then I went on a trip this summer up to northern Wisconsin where I'm from. And my uncle, who doesn't play, ended up giving me his a oh man, not a dulce. Is it a dulcimer? It's like it's like I call it the to go version of a steel guitar, where you lay it down on your
Yeah.
lap and you got like what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he gave me that too as my
Oh
grandpa's.
shit.
Yeah. So I got a couple different things. I got another guitar that's kind of next to that one. That's just my normal 6 string, and then I bought a 12 string last year that I play.
Oh
So,
shit.
yeah.
I've
So
got a couple guitars over at my grandma's. I had this really nice, I say really nice. It really wasn't nice, but it was nice to me. I had it for like damn near 10 years, but fucking the wiring and everything just got either corroded or something went wrong when I was swapping out my pickups. But I don't exactly remember the year, but it was like it was a Squire uh, Fender Strat, black and white. It was like the weird sparkly tortoise shell looking pick guard. I've
yeah,
got a Mexican 2014 Jazzmaster at my grandma's house. I've got
that's
what the
sweet.
hell was it? A Rockmaster? I don't know. My buddy got it for me for my birthday, and it's got just a single humbucker pickup. I love all my guitars. I always just throw it on the bridge pickup. Humbuckers. I don't need anything other than that. Maybe like a JB Benny. But yeah, I got a lot of guitars and fun shit at my grandma's. I need to get an amp so I can actually play them again.
Yeah, I mainly play just acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I haven't. I've got a couple acoustics, but I like the sound of the electricity.
I get it. It does sound cool, but I'll admit too, every once in a while, it's nice just to kind of have like the more soft, like just
Oh yeah,
chill.
I always enjoy going like I'll play like whenever I play my guitar, I'll like just jam out some Nirvana or Blink 182 or Green Day or whatever, and then
Yep.
I'll go and swap over to the acoustic and play like a nice soft like jazzier version of it.
I love it.
My friends will always be like, "It is such the biggest switch up. How'd you go from damn near breaking your neck from headbanging and almost breaking all your strings to hey?"
Right? Hey there, Delilah.
Oh,
Oh man, that's
and
funny.
now the question that I've been waiting to ask because me and you have pretty much a very similar look on Disney Star Wars. At least
Yes.
that's what I've gotten from the conversations that we've had. We kind of go through and pick what is canon and not canon to us. Do you consider Disney Star Wars as Star Wars or essentially an extended universe the way that they treated Legends?
Because of the way they treated Legends, you mean?
No, like the way they treated
Oh,
Legends.
like the way they treated Legends. I mean, for me, it's an extended universe. I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's one of those things like can you pick and choose, right? Because I think there are things there's a few things that they've done well, right? Like very limited, very few and far between, but there are a few things that they've gotten all right.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, as a whole, I think it's part of an extended universe. Like I was telling my friend the other day, his dad, actually my artist, his dad is a big nerd too. And he watched my video of me saying like, ranking my favorite movies, and I'm like, I'm not even counting the sequels. Like, I don't count those. Like, Force Awakens, it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. Not horrible, but like, I was like, I'm not counting the sequels though. And he wanted to disagree with me, and I'm like, there's what do you want to disagree about? I mean, they assassinated Luke's character like in the Last Jedi, like right off the bat. Like, there's just yeah, I count them as a sequel, like a extended universe, like almost of like what if, right? Like so.
Yeah.
How about you?
See, I'm a little torn because when I was 17, first saw The Last Jedi, if you would have asked me that question, straight up, no, this shit does not fucking, it don't matter. It don't exist. It don't, I mean, in my head, yeah, I still don't see in my head, I'm still waiting on episodes 8 and 9 to come out for the sequels.
I agree with that. Yeah, seven is tolerable. It was an okay foundation for something.
See, I actually found myself enjoying episode 7 a lot more the last time I watched it. It was actually about on par with Return of the Jedi, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just time being a funny fucking thing, or
Yeah.
maybe I was just following the hate train for so long. I mean, I still hate episodes 8 and 9. There's nothing, no amount of time will ever fucking
Yeah.
redeem that shit.
Nope.
And even if they were to come out with something like the Clone Wars to kind of expand on it, it's not gonna save it.
Right.
'Cause like I said with Jeremy in the last interview, sure, Luke could potentially have the thought of, well, my nephew's fucking evil. I don't want to deal with this again. But him acting on it
Right.
is just so out of character, and there's
It is.
nothing that's going to fucking redeem that for me.
Nope. Nothing at all. Not for me either. No. It's actually kind of funny that you're bringing this question up. So, and I'm gonna save the answer for my podcast that's coming out this Friday with Sith. But when he was at ICC Nashville, he got to talk to Timothy Zahn a couple times, and he shared on my podcast. He asked Timothy, for those of you who don't know, Timothy Zahn wrote the Heir to the Empire series.
one of the best fucking
Yeah.
sequel trilogies ever fucking put out.
Yes, 100%. And they asked him something about the sequels, and he gave two things that he said he would do to not necessarily just to revamp what you currently have, and it makes so much more sense, and it would connect everything. And Sith talked about it on my podcast, and I was like, dude, like that fixes so many things. Like, so yeah,
Oh,
you guys have to tune in Friday for that. That'll be, yeah, it was really cool. What I
when
mean,
we
I
have the
love
recording, you're gonna have to let me know about this.
it. Really, yeah, it releases yeah, Friday. So, but yeah, after the recording, I'll have to share a little bit with you. So it was really cool. I was like, bro,
Oh my god.
especially to see, like, I love seeing the mind of writers like that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like, here's my dream world right now of like what we have and what I would love to see. Like, okay, you put Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Sam Witwer in charge of all Disney Star Wars projects, right? They are in charge of steam heading this. And then you hire Timothy Zahn, Timothy Zahn, Stuart Beattie, and James Lucino to be the writers for these
Yes.
movies. And you work in tandem 3 and 3, and each one has their own project, working with their own writer on different
Dude.
trilogies and projects they want to see. That would be so flipping epic. Oh, I'd have movies until I'm going to be 30 at the end of the year. At that point, I'd have movies until I'm like 60. Like,
Bro, why is it the fans can come up with a better fucking 5-year business plan than the fucking multi-billion-dollar company that's done this shit for years?
I know. I know. We would have fans like flocking. There would not be enough room in theaters for people to go see these movies.
No, there would not. I would gladly be standing like in the hallway that leads to the actual fucking seats
Yep,
in the theater just to see these.
100%. Like, can you imagine if you walked up, if like a Sam Witwer, right? He's put in charge at Disney of a project, and like if I'm like walking up to Timothy Zahn, being like, "Hey, your Heir to the Empire series, adapt it for film." Right? Like, that's your
Dude.
project. I want you to adapt that for film. Like, and then telling Stuart Beattie, "Hey, your Obi-Wan project, yeah, we're gonna scrap what we did for Obi-Wan before. We are gonna bring you in and Hayden back, and I want you do your trilogy."
Oh my god, dude.
Like, it's not hard. You can fix this fast.
They can easily.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, I think Dave and John are secretly working together to, well, obviously they're making, the Mando movie. I don't know if John's involved with Dave's Heir to the Empire movie, nor do I know if Heir to the Empire is actually just the working name or if it's actually going to be the name of his movie. But I think that they're working in secret to bring the Legends books and universe into canon once
Which would be sweet.
Kathleen's gone.
That'd be so sweet, man. Yeah, and then you could have, walk up to James Lucino and be like, "Hey, your Plagueis book, adapt it for a movie." This is like those three things. This is where we're gonna start. This is our starting point. And then after you guys had, like, Stuart Beattie, you got that whole project to work on. But James Lucino and Timothy Zahn, when you guys are done adapting your books for the movie screen, I want you to start working on a new project for
Bro, it just hit me. Those three fucking writers can easily cover each fucking era of Star Wars. You got
Yep.
James Lucino with the prior to the prequels.
Yep.
Stuart Beattie with after Revenge of the Sith. And then, of course, Timothy Zahn is the OG fucking sequel fucking writer.
Yep.
Bro, what?
Yep. You'd have a writer for each era.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could fix this so easily.
Oh my God. It's making me sad that it's okay. It's all right. Like I keep telling everybody, if we all just band together and make Mando and Grogu the #1 grossing movie in the world,
she's out.
Kathleen's gone.
Yeah.
We can do this.
And we set up, and then I'll feel like Jar Jar Binks sitting next to Dave Filoni. Emergency powers.
Oh my
to
God.
Dave Filoni and John Favreau. Oh man.
No, I'm gonna be like I forget his name, but the big Gungan dude from the Phantom Menace.
Oh
when,
yeah.
Padme hands in the fucking thing.
I love that.
That's how it's gonna be whenever Kathleen finally leaves, bro.
It's literally that parade in Phantom Menace is gonna be all Star Wars fans when she leaves, and people start taking over. It's gonna be like, ta-da! You know, we're in the streets, like.
Oh my God. Oh
awesome.
man.
Yeah, and it's sad because again they can fix it, man. Like they're clearly choosing not to. They're clearly choosing to be stubborn headed. Like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. No, how about you give what the fans want?
Dude.
You want to make money, which I know is your #1 goal. Make money. Give what the fans want. The money will come in droves.
Bro, you know how much I would easily go and I would pay for multiple screenings in the same day of like how you asked me on your podcast, what would I like to see if given Disney's money or Lucas's films creative control, what would I like to see? Fill in the gaps between episodes 1 and 2. Bro, yeah. I would easily watch that shit like 20 times, 40 times in theaters before it left.
Yep.
You know how much I would pay? You know how many times I would go and see Heir to the Empire? You know how many times
I would see it
going to go see Heir to the Empire?
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my boys would probably be like in the theater watching it. It ends, we get up, move seats, and back down. All right, let's watch it again. Woo! Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I mean, there was even somebody who worked at I forgot what division they worked at, but it was somewhere in Marvel, and they let everybody know that like Kevin Feige's kind of gotten rid of everybody that's kind of like an agenda pusher, all that shit, and they're like, if Lucasfilm would do that, they can easily back on fucking top. But they won't do it. They're doubling down, and they're not going to go anywhere with it.
Yeah. No.
And it's bad when you got other divisions at Disney saying that about the company that's owned by Disney.
Yep. It's just so funny. I posted a funny video on my Instagram Reels, and it was something else. Somebody else had posted it, but it was like the little minions, and they're all down in the basement, and like they have the screen in front of them, and they turn on a picture of Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they're all like, yeah! And then it goes to the acolyte, and it's like, boo! And then it goes to like, the Phantom Menace, and like, ah! And then it goes back to some other Disney project that's just sucked, and they're like, boo! And it goes to like the Mando, and they're like, yeah!
Shit, I made this meme. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but I know I posted it on Instagram. But it's that scene. You ever seen that show Gravity Falls? Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious kids show. Your kids will probably love it. But there's a scene where one of the main characters gets a blank piece of paper, And he goes, wow, this is worthless. So I took that and I put the text that said, writers, directors, and actors who know their lore and are passionate about Star Wars and George Lucas's vision. He says, wow, this is worthless. And at the bottom is Disney and Lucasfilm executives.
That's hilarious. Wow, this is worthless. That's man. And I'm sure too, like it's hard because I'd be willing to bet money that there are probably a few good people inside Lucasfilm and
Oh, yeah,
Disney who are thinking the same thing you and I are. Like, this is ridiculous. Like,
easily. It, like I said, it's heartbreaking. It's disheartening. Sometimes there's points where, like, I like after the Acolyte, I really contemplated if I even wanted to continue covering Star Wars. And I was
yeah,
like, you know what? Fuck it. I still love George's work. I don't have to
right.
love everything Disney comes out with. Fuck
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's something I told like my one of my friends is like, I'm not just because Disney hands out a chocolate covered piece of poop, like I'm not gonna eat it and be grateful. Like if it's poop, I'm gonna call it poop. You know what I mean? Like,
Did,
sorry.
didn't Star Wars theory make the analogy like it's like a chef gives you a shit sandwich and you're like, yeah, this tastes like fucking shit.
Exactly. Yep.
Like,
Like
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
sit here and tell you it tastes like the best fucking Italian deli sandwich I've ever had when it's literally just diarrhea on fucking heels of bread.
right. Exactly. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna pander. Like if you give us something good, I'll talk about like do you really think like content creators like me, like Star Wars nerds, Sith, Star Wars theory, like do you really think we want to be on here talking about how horrible the state of Star Wars is right now? No, we would love to be sitting here talking about, dude, can't wait for this movie, can't wait from that movie. Dude, did you see this Star Wars show? Oh my goodness, this plot. Like, I would love to talk about that stuff. It'd be so much more to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's so much to cover with episodes 1 through 6, fucking the Clone Wars, Gendy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, and Legends and all that. But I would love to, I would genuinely love to sit down, look my camera in the fucking lens, everybody watching, look y'all in the eyes and be like, I was wrong. This is the best Disney Star Wars movie I've ever fucking seen.
Yep.
Let's go.
Go see it. You have to go see it in theaters. Yeah. Not
But
well, that was a waste of my time.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
as excited as I am for Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm kind of terrified that it's going to just be a Grogu centric story just so they can recoup their loss from the Acolyte.
Yeah. I'm kind of afraid of that too. Like, don't get me wrong, like you, I'm gonna go see it in theater. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I mean, like Skeleton Crew. I think it was with you. Well, pretty much everybody I've talked to about it has all pretty much said the same thing. Skeleton Crew is in such a state that where it can't mess up lore like that, really.
Right.
But it runs the risk of, is it going to actually be good, or am I about to just waste another 8 weeks of my life on another 3 out of 10 TV show?
Right. I think it's more geared personally from what I've been watching, like more geared towards kids, like a kids
Yeah.
Star Wars thing, you know. So it'll
Which
be cool in that aspect because I have 6 kids, so they'll love watching it, and I'll love being able to turn it on for them and letting them watch a Star Wars show. But like, I don't know. I hope I'm not sitting there going,
yeah, that's
you know,
how I've been trudging through fucking Andor the past 6 months. I watch like an episode a month, bro.
dude, that's brutal. I have a friend who loves Andor because he likes the world building aspect.
What world building? There's no world building at all. It's
I don't know.
literally hey, I'm a piece of shit, and I'm still a piece of shit by the end of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know.
If you actually like Andor out there, y'all, don't let me hating on it fucking take away from the fact that you like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to each his own. I mean, each person's gonna like it. Wasn't necessarily a big fan of it. Was it horrible? No. Was it like fantastic or the best thing I've ever seen? No. Like it was okay.
I mean, of the 6 episodes I've seen, 5 of them have put me to sleep for at least 5 to 10 minutes of each episode.
So there you go. There you have it.
But all right, we've been going on for an hour and 20 minutes now. I could keep going, but it's 12
Same.
o'clock my time. Thank you for being on the podcast, dude.
Dude, thanks for having me, man.
Such a great fucking episode. If you guys want to see more StarWarsGazer, go check out his channel. He posts videos pretty regularly over there. Got some pretty decent what ifs.
Yep, I got another one that'll be rolling out in the next few days.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Can you drop a little hint of what it's about?
Sure. It's a what if, and I'll give you the character it's kind of about is Ahsoka. So,
okay.
Yeah. What if Ahsoka? So, yeah, I'm excited about this one. My daughter actually gave me the idea for this one. It was funny because she's 8, right? And like, I'm sitting here and she's like, Dad, you know your what if video? I'm like, yeah, honey. She's like, what if Ahsoka? And she gave me this idea, and I just looked at her and I'm like, you are a brilliant little genius.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna. I ain't got time to look it up because my computer's being a little slow. But it's like
You're
Yoda said in episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Wonderful, the mind of a child is.
Yep, 100%. Yep. I was like, I can't believe you remember this. Like when she said it, like, man. All right, you go, girl. That's my little nerd.
Awesome.
Yep.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, go like he said, go check out my channel. Subscribe. I got the new podcast coming out with Sith 66 on Friday too. So some cool nuggets in there if you guys want to see.
But yeah, thank you again for being on, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Great conversation. If you guys want to see more of him on the channel, get this video to 66 likes and maybe might do a little live stream watch party or some shit eventually.
That'd be fun. Yeah. I like it.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, go check out StarWarsGazer. All his links and everything will be on the screen right now and in the description. I kind of messed up when I did Jeremy Blores and I put his all the way at the very bottom of all of our info, and I'm very sorry about that, Jeremy.
Don't choke him out like Admiral over there on Empire Strikes Back. Show some mercy over here.
But if you guys enjoyed this video, check out this one over here, maybe this one, and may the Force be with you all. Peace.
No. The Force is my ally. That's all I need.